deal recently with Pitch International, which was a minority investment in Matchroom. We have multiple people wanting to buy and acquire further stakes in the business and to buy the company. It's not something that we're really looking at in terms of that whole sale. I think it's something that's going to lead to an IPO over the next couple of years. It's a family business, but we also realise we've reached a size that we never dreamed of, and to make that next jump to, we are a global powerhouse, but I'm talking about kind of Endeavour levels and WWE levels. Sometimes you make these kind of investment moves, and we've done that already with a minority share. There's people that want to acquire a bigger percentage of Matchroom, so watch this space and see what happens.
Eddie Hearn confirms that multiple reports saying that he may sell Matchroom. What's so funny is Lou DiBella talked about that on his interview with Ariel Helwani. I did a full reaction to that whole hour plus interview. It's on the Patreon. Join the Goodfella TV Patreon. Matter of fact, bundle it over at the Patreon. The link's inside the link tree. Lou DiBella said it, it makes sense. I seen somebody on Twitter, the boxing enthusiast, put these numbers out about Matchroom and PPC worth $600 million and Matchroom worth $850 million. Fuck no, they not worth that much money. Where do these niggas be? Why do niggas be lying? That's what I don't get. Why niggas be lying, dog? Them motherfuckers ain't worth nowhere near that amount of money. No companies, bro. And I know that they're not. So these niggas be lying and shit, man. Whatever. Be lying through their fucking teeth. Boxing in the whole ain't even probably worth $100 million. And if it's worth $100 million, you put it together, it's probably off the strength of Top Rank, its fight library, and its real estate. Other than that, But he's talking about, he already sold minority share. People want to buy a majority. They may go to WME, WWE, UFC route, where Dana sold the majority to WME or whatever it's called, and he still runs it, but he doesn't own it anymore. And a lot of times you hear black people say, well, they sold it and we can never have nothing. That's the name of the game. Do you understand? There are people out here. There's a site or an app, probably both, where you can acquire already pre-run businesses. They're already making money. You can buy these businesses and, own them and, they run. So that's the name of the game. I know people that create drop shipping businesses for maybe for fenders or for, let's just say basketballs. And they build them up and they sell them. That's their whole hustle. They build them up, they profit, and they sell them and they do it again. That's what you do. See, black people don't really understand the how investment works. Like when somebody said, okay, put your $10,000 in and invest. Black people be wanting 100,000 by, they put their 10,000 in on Tuesday, they want their 100,000 by next Tuesday. It don't work that way. So a lot of people don't understand, they don't understand how the investment works, how business works. A lot of people think I own a business and I don't want to go in to work every day. And, a lot of times I had to explain to somebody else, when you own a business, it's more work. There's more stress, more responsibility. That's why a lot of people say, I don't want to own shit. I just want to come in, do my job, go home. Right? But on the other hand, it don't feel as bad because you can come and go as you please. Right? I don't have to be here at 8. I don't have to be here at 6. I don't have to be here from 10 to 9. You know what I'm saying? I literally make my own schedule. So you feel like you got free will. And there's other times where you got to get up at 5 o'clock because Amy can't go open the store. Or Jimmy ain't there. Or Brandon didn't show up. So, like I said before, it's all work. It's all work. Everybody don't have the mind to be a boss. Everybody don't have the capacity to be a boss. Everybody don't have the leadership qualities to lead. They're not open-minded to understand that, You know what? I gotta lay this brick by brick. You know, I gotta build this house from the foundation up. If I want a basement, I gotta build the foundation. You know what I'm saying? It takes money to make money. Some people just buy things, hold them, wait till the value go up, flip them. You don't always buy for long term. My pops always told me, you buy a house, fix it up, you use that house, you pay it off, you use that money that you sell the house to get the house that you want. Or you can rent it out and use it towards, that's how you do it. It just starts off with small assets. You start off with small assets. You accumulate enough assets, you're like, oh, okay. Eddie accumulated enough fighters. He built enough equity. You're like, you know what? It makes sense now. Yes, it's a family business, you know, but in order for me to take it to the next level, I gotta flip it. You know? I have to flip it. And of course you would love to pass it down to your children, but the kicker thing about it too is, kind of to get deep on this, the kicker thing about it is a lot of times your children don't want to walk the path that you pave. I've seen it all the time where guys, women and men have lucrative businesses and the children don't want nothing to do with it. They want to go their own path. And that's why you kind of see, this is why you kind of see why, you know, people say like the best thing you can do is to tell your kids what to do. This is what you're going to do. You start that from a young age, because you tell them what to do, you have a plan laid out for them. You're going to be a doctor. You're going to do this. You lay that out. Tiger Woods, that you're going to be a golfer. That's what they drilled. That's what they did. That's what he became. What a lot of people, today's parenting is, you let your kids do what you want to do. And guess what? It's like being proficient at chess, playing the flute, you know, shooting the basketball, hitting the baseball, and you didn't master none of it. You're proficient, but you're not a master. And then one kid, his parents said, well, you're going to go out there and be a chess master. He go out there and he's an elite chess master. Should I be proficient, or should I be good at 4 or 5, solid? I'm going to say good, okay at 4 or 5 things. Or would you rather me be a master of one thing? And that's the thing about it. You know, you tell your children, you lay the plan out for your children, and they walk the plan. Where there be some tweaks there, yes. Your child might even pick, like, I want to play football. You're like, all right, you do this shit. You ain't no quitting. You sticking with it. Or you know what? I want to play the bass drum. Or I want to be a doctor. So you start pushing that. You know what I'm saying? Like your kid might come and say, y'all might plan to be a doctor. Well, you know what? I really want to be a lawyer. Okay, then you support that plan. You sure you want to do it? Okay, you put them in lawyer mentorships or align them with lawyers and stuff. That's how you do that. A lot of people give their kids the autonomy to do what they want to do, and that's the problem. When one parent works too much and one parent not involved, that's the problem, because you don't get both the femininity and masculinity in a child. You don't get the structure and the planning of a man. And if you don't have a mother, you don't get the compassion, the caring, the femininity. You don't get a lot of the, you know, you can't really say what you do. A lot of the stuff that come with that. So, like I said, you have those businesses, you know, I see a lot of people, you know, a lot of children, I don't want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it. Okay. I hear people that's running their people business, they kind of complain. I'm just like, and then they say black people don't leave their kids nothing. That's a twofold kind of question, bro, there, because they kids want to go and do what the fuck they want to do and fail at it. I want to do my own thing. I want to get it out the mud. You know, like your pops that laid this for you, do it. You give it to your son, and he give it to his son, or y'all build it up, and then, you know, y'all flip it for a large amount of money. Facts. So I get where Eddie coming from in that. Eddie and them got money, but it comes a time where people don't understand where this is the only move to make. This was best for the company. This was best for the company. And it seemed, oh, he's selling out. No, this was best for the company. Dana White understood that. And guess what? I still run it. I'm still getting paid to run it. I just don't have the financial risk that I had. I still pretty much got the whole autonomy other than making the final decision, but fuck it. You got it. But when they make the final decision, who you think they're going to, you know, get their input on? So I think, you know, it's a smart decision to be made. They didn't soaked up all the juices of the boxing game. They didn't fuck the game up. Well, I can say I done fucked my money up. Now I can't re-up, you know, they done did that. They done fucked the game up. Where really, you know, before Turkey came in, they liked it kind of being like some Mad Max type of desert type shit. Because if somebody likes something a certain way and it's terrible, it's not good for the people. You see a lot of dictatorships like that where it's not good for the people, it's oppressive. Somebody has to be benefiting from it. You kind of see what I'm saying? So how they ran boxing, they were benefiting from the suffering of the sport. If they weren't benefiting from the suffering of the sport, okay, check it out this way, right? Check it out this way. How can I put this? I'm trying to put this in the right way. Let's say the NBA, right? If the NBA didn't get the TV deal it got, and they was getting lowballed, you think they wouldn't change something? They would change something immediately. The viewership can be down all they want to, but as long as that money coming in, they don't care about changing shit. They got their money. They don't care if the fans suffer, they complain. They locked into their deal with the TV deal. Simple as that. Now, if the TV company said, well, you know, we only can pay you half of what we give you, now they're going to say, okay, we got to fix something. We got to change the game. That's what it's got to be. So now that Turkey came in, and they didn't pull the blindfold. I hate this role right here. They didn't pull the blindfold off the game. They like, all right, man, the gig's up now. Turkey paying these guys what they worth. We can't skim off the top no more. We can't rob and finesse these fighters no more. All right, the networks can pull it out. We got to get out the game. Let's sell. And you be like, damn, you know, they can just make the fights, sit down at the table, make the fights, eat together, everybody be happy. That ain't how these niggas think, man. These white collar motherfuckers think. Somebody just want to be the winner at the end. They all can't sit at the table and eat. And I'll say this at the end of the video. If you got some genuine friends around you that y'all all invest y'all money, y'all all do something, or y'all just all genuinely hope, it could be 2, 3, 4 people, hope that y'all all do well, and nobody hating on nobody, and they celebrate each other when y'all do well, keep them friends around, because in a lot of people's heads, they got to be the one. Nobody wants to play their part. Everybody want to be LeBron. Everybody want to be Miguel Cabrera. Everybody want to be, you know what I'm saying, Alexander Ovechkin, Wayne Gretzky. Everybody want to be Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali. Nobody want to just play their position. You know, they want to be the star, but don't want the accountability, responsibility going with it. But I get what Eddie's saying. It makes a lot of business sense at some point. But people who don't understand how business works, they don't know on that side of the game. That's how it goes. You build it to flip it. You know, you build it, flip it, I still run it if I want to. I build it, flip it, don't want nothing to do with it. Now, the dude that did Victoria's Secret, he built it a little bit, flipped it, it blew up the next year, he jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. But, different story for a different day. Appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Check out the box news playlist, hit the link in the description, follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch. Join the Patreon, all that's inside the link tree is the first link in the description. Peace.